Hey guys, Scott here, Pine Barren Craftsman, doing another video on the '04 Chevy Silverado. This is the roof rack that was on top of that new cap. And to explain, I know some people are like, what's going on with this cap? I'm doing some work for myself, and I need to store my tools in the work truck. This is for work. This is trying to make side money for the family. And having them in the back seat or trying to haul them in every time you need them is just getting a little crazy. So I'm going to put some permanent supplies in the cap. This is an '04 Chevy Silverado. In case you don't know, it's 2500 HD. I've had it for about 10 years. It's got the 8.1 Vortec engine, which is a big block. I think it's a 496. Allison transmission, 14-bolt rear. It's been a good truck. I did cab corners on it. I did rocker panels on it underneath the doors, rockers and cab corners. I put this bull bumper on here. Guy came down from upstate New York, Finger Lakes area. He drove it down and we pulled it off his truck and bolted it to mine. It took 3 guys. That's a heavy duty bumper. I think I talked about it in another video. So the cap is a new addition. Like I said, it had this rack on it. The rack doesn't fit in my garage and it was bent. So I'm going to decide what I want to do with that. If I want to put ladders and stuff up there, I don't think it makes sense putting long ladders up there with nothing supporting it here. So I wasn't really planning on putting much of anything up there. Maybe I could have put a spare tire if it was an outdoor parked only truck, but I got to get in the garage. So let's go through it. I don't think that this is a factory piece here for this cab. It looks like he used self-tapping sheet metal zip screws, we call them, or self-tapping metal screws. I took the rack off, so I got to go around and silicone these holes up. But so this buffer here, this spacer, is actually working out to my advantage because where it comes down, the bed tapers in a little bit, the bed sides. So it's kind of like if it was down any lower, I'd have to either cut the door on a angle or something. So I'm happy it's spaced. I need a new tail light. That's a bummer. This is from another event over the winter, I think. But anyway, here's the difference. Yesterday, you guys saw it in the video. Let me walk back a little bit. So it's a double door entrance, which I don't really have a lot of plywood. If I needed plywood, I could throw it in the trailer. This is going to be just a basic tool. It could be a mechanic truck for myself if I want to go help people that are broke down, or this could be a contracting for interior stuff. I'm going to use this thing. End of the world type of rally runner. So the bumper was here. Got to remove it because it was resting here. You should watch from the other video. So this was a pain. There was on my class 3 hitch, which not everybody has a class 3 hitch, I guess, but maybe this came with the truck. There was a bolt here. There was 2 bolts here that you needed to take off, and then 1 little bolt up top on each side. So it was 4 bolts holding the bumper on. The license plate light actually has a quick disconnect, which is pretty nice. So you just disconnect the plug from this junction here, and you could pull the license plate lights out, so you don't need that. This is actually the same thing as well. Like if you didn't have a hitch, it would just plug in here. In case you don't know, I didn't know that you could disconnect those pieces. My plan is, you let me know what you guys think. I'm going to put a piece of sheet metal or a piece of diamond plate, and I'm going to come up underneath this, and I'm going to just finish off. So when you're behind it, I have a place to put my license plate on, bolted onto, and I could hide that undercarriage because it's a little rusty. Nobody wants to see up your dress, you know what I mean? You're looking up underneath the skirt. Well, some people do, I guess. This is a hinge that's waiting to fall apart. It's being held on by 1 or 2 zip screws. So I got to get some new zip screws here. This is just 1 seam of hinges. Tailgate had to be removed. All the hardware for the tailgate had to be removed. So all the brackets for the tailgate, the striker that holds it, whatnots. This is like a weird bolt thing that holds the bumper on. It's got 2 fixed heads, which you're thinking when you run an impact that these are going to just break and spin. And you're probably right. I had a couple problems with a couple of pieces of hardware that I just chucked. This one, this was a bolt that went here, and she just started spinning because up here was, believe it or not, a square nut from like, I don't even know. I guess this was welded down. And obviously when you hit it with the impact, it will break after a certain amount of time. I bolted down the bed in 4 places. I'll show you that. This here, I can put something here to secure this too. I'm going to do that. See how it's moving? I'm going to put something here, maybe a piece of metal square stock. I'll probably zip screw that, or clamp it, or maybe even weld it. If I got my welder out, I could weld a bar here. And then zip screw this to that metal on a flat without getting involved. There's no weather stripping here to get involved with, so I'm sure I'll be able to just zip screw that in flat. And it'll give me some integrity. The plan in here is hang stuff up. I think I talked about that yesterday. I'm going to go around. There's all sorts of cubbies and hubbies and schlubbies. Don't steal my stuff, man. So inside, I went 4 corners, bolts. Went to the hardware store. 7/16. I like that the actuators work here to hold this up. Be pain in the neck if I had to find those. You look here. 1, 2. So those are 4 corners bolted down. I'm not really sure why people stare at me when they drive by, but they do. It's okay. There it is. I'm going to wash it, buff it. I think it'll look okay. You guys let me know what you think. I mean, here, I'm the kind of guy that, like, I enjoy cars. I enjoy playing with this stuff. So if I'm going to go out of my way and, you know, not have a van, try to make it my own, have fun with it. Maybe I'll put the Pine Barren Craftsman logo on the box, try to come up with something cool. Look different, you know. You don't need a brand new truck to go out there and be a contractor. Don't take out a $100,000 loan and go buy a brand new Duramax or a brand new Ford Tri-50 with the King Dude Ranch package and all that. You don't need all that. You can just do it with Marketplace. Like, you can get this truck probably for 15, 10 grand with 100,000 miles on it or more down south, and find a cap trailer. You could be outfitted and doing stuff yourself. Like, think stuff on TV, and nowadays they make everybody feel like you got to have all this equipment. Like this bracket for my plow was $1,500, and the bracket wasn't even meant for this truck. We had made it work with this bumper with an F350. You got to go to the professionals. You got to talk to the people that know what's going on, and they give you advice. I love the way the truck looks with the tires sticking out. I know people aren't into that, some people, but I like that it gives it some width. When the snow tires go on, it's going to be a little rinky-dink, but that's fine. It gets me through the snow. Let me know what you think. I really want to hear some feedback on the cap. I like that it's metal and not fiberglass, because I could weld things to it and not worry about gel coats cracking. And as far as, is it watertight? That's to be determined. So don't be throwing your expensive saws and stuff like this. All the locks don't work. I have to find new locks. So I have to call up Leer and get them to ship me keys so I could have at least some kind of security going on with this thing. The hitch will stay. I'm going to put a bumper step here. I think they sell them that you just put in the receiver there, and you could step up on it, because you will break your leg coming out of this thing. And also, you think when you're going in here you got headroom. This is a headache waiting to happen. So watch your head if you have one of these. The third brake light, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't think it's worked ever on my truck, so it's probably going to be just a showpiece. Nice little red light up there. It doesn't work. Who cares? Thanks for watching. I know it looks like I got a paint can that spilled, and that's exactly what it is. So So thanks for noticing. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I'm up to 311 people, and really proud of the channel, and going to start doing some more thought videos. If anybody's interested, go look at the old stuff I had from last winter. We're going into the winter. I got the wood pile. So we'll see you guys soon. Let me know what you think again, and stay safe.